Hi, welcome. This is Suresh, and I'm getting ready for a 5K run tomorrow. So, anytime there's a 5K or a half marathon run, which I haven't had many this year, to be honest, this is only my second 5K this year. So, it's been a kind of slow year for races and all that kind of stuff. Usually, I run a half marathon every year, but you still get excited. The reason I signed up only this Monday, and the race is tomorrow on a Saturday. This is our local 5K, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but then I finally said, you know what, might as well do this. Maybe the last race that I have for the year. You want to do this just to keep your motivation levels up. That's basically why I do this, because otherwise training can get really monotonous. So you want to change it up. You want to actually give yourself something to look forward to. And even though it's a 5K and I had only 3 days, I started working harder. So I started working harder. I started controlling my eating a little better. So, eating one less cookie a day, eating that extra, the cookie I ate a day, I try not to eat them. So these things help in your training. And, usually what I think is when I'm typically training, I'm at about 70-80% of my peak levels. So it takes me a while to get to my, what I call 100% level, it's my own preset levels, okay? Uh, and last year was really good year for me in running wise. At 56, I set a personal best in a 5K and in a half marathon. So that was fantastic. I couldn't have asked any better. So this year, all I can do is try and equal what I did last year, and I'll be amazed if I can do that tomorrow or come close, right? So that's my target. I'm not competing with somebody else, and I'm not competing against like the ultra amazing runners. I'm not competing with very average runners. I'm competing against myself from last year, and that's the only thing you can do. Like 5K, for example, when I first started running a 5K in 2015, I did it in about 23 minutes plus. And then every year I've been able to improve, and I brought it down to 21 something, and then last year I did 2016, which is really, from me, my standpoint, I'm pushing myself so hard to get there. So I don't know how much more have left in the tank. I'd like to come down under 20 minutes. That'll be amazing, but I really don't know if I have that in me. So, again, you can do different things to improve yourself. There's many things you can do. You can work regularly on it. You can do a lot of the sprint trials and this and that. Get good shoes. Eat better. But at the end of the day, it comes down to race day, and it comes down to conditions. Sometimes the weather is an important factor. If it's hot, it's cold. All those things help. So the key is to be excited about these things, and that's what will keep you going. Do as many races as you can a year. That helps. If you're a beginner, just sign up for a 5K or a 10K. Even if you're walking, just do that, because just being with a lot of people out there, it'll help you. It'll help motivate you to get better. Okay, so all you can do is get better, be better than yourself from last year. Especially now, I'm hitting 57. I'm 57, so it's just every year you kind of getting a little bit older. You don't really know what exactly. Hopefully all your joints are working. So this year I had a little issue with my left leg. It's called IT band pain apparently, and I just want to give you a little tip. If you have a shoes, when you're running shoes, you really want to try both high heel. I mean, the heel drop is important, which is the heel in the back, the height of the heel in the back to the front, and that's typically called a drop. And the drop is important. Most shoes are made with 8 to 10 millimeter drop. There are 4 millimeter drop shoes, and also 0 millimeter drop shoes. My issue was, I think I was using a lot of shoes which had 8 millimeter drop. So and I ended up taking some 4 millimeter drop shoes and running in them. And actually, that's improved my issues with my IT band and my hip. Right. So these are little things that happen as you run, especially put a lot of miles in. Things can happen, but there are also things to correct them. Okay. So again, that's a little tip for those of you who are running. And again, I'm just going with an open mind tomorrow. I did all I could. I went for a 3 mile simple run today, and that's just to keep my legs moving. It's like an exam, right? The day before the exam, you want to do a little bit of practice, because just to make sure everything is working, so tomorrow you can go out there and have a great run. Again, thank you very much for listening. Talk to you later.